Herbs are used in so many ways. Medicinal herbs are plants that can help support your overall health. Scientific testing is showing positive results that support the ageless wisdom of our ancestors. Herbs can easily be made into teas, topical creams, and tinctures. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Amy, and today we are talking about 5 easy to grow medicinal herbs and some fun things you can do with them. Sometimes the line is blurry between a medicinal herb and a culinary herb. Take mint, for instance. It has wide use in flavoring salads, summer drinks, and even chewing gum. Mint is also well known as a remedy for indigestion and tummy aches. This is more of a gardening how to video, not any medical recommendations. I have linked to studies in the description. Do your research and consult with your physician to decide what's best for your body. Herbs are often the easiest plants to grow. Most herbs do not like wet feet, however. If your soil is heavy clay like mine, dig in a little bit of sand to help with drainage. Medicinal herbs appreciate a garden bed enriched with aged compost. Make sure to get them off to a good start, and they typically do not need fertilizer. I find that raised beds work well for herb gardens. This allows for good drainage and lets them develop strong root systems. You can divide that raised bed space into 1 foot squares, such as we would in a square foot gardening design. Typically, each square will hold one herb. The more common medicinal herbs can often be found in your local nursery. This is convenient. However, make sure what you are getting is labeled with the species and variety names so you know it is true to type. Herbs are easy to start from seed. You can also get a head start on the growing season by planting them inside. They may take up to 3 weeks to germinate, so be patient. Plant seeds in light potting soil, about 1/8 of an inch deep, and keep them moist. Set them under grow lights in a warm room. Once seedlings emerge, keep the lights about 4 inches from the plants and turned on for about 12 hours per day. Plant herb seeds directly in the garden after your first frost. Perennial herbs can be started outside in the fall. They will grow and develop a good root system before cold weather sets in. Don't harvest them that first year, but let them establish themselves. The following herbs are easy to grow from seed. Calendula is a beautiful plant and often used as a cut flower. You may also hear it referred to as pot marigold. An annual that is easy to grow from seed and will readily reseed in the fall. Just make sure you allow some of the flower heads to go to seed and don't pick them. Calendula does best when directly sown into the garden after your late frost date. It matures quickly in just 55 to 60 days. Plant 2 seeds per square. A good variety for a cultivar is alpha. Different varieties are based more on flower color than medicinal properties. When choosing a variety, look for the resin properties of the flowers. The resin is what gives you the best medicinal quality. It's good for antiseptic and tinctures and ointments that are good for healing wounds, acne, and diaper rash. Research has shown that calendula is good for healing skin wounds, and one study was done using it combined with aloe on women after childbirth. By mixing the flowers with oil and letting them seep, you can make an infused oil that can then be added to beeswax or shea butter for a healing ointment. This works great on wounds or bug bites. Echinacea or coneflower is native to the United States and traditionally used among Native Americans. A hardy perennial, it gets quite tall, up to 4 feet, so plant it along a back border. The beautiful blooms double as a cut flower and pollinator attractor. They want to be in full sun with well draining soil. Perfect for a raised bed. Echinacea purpurea is a great variety to grow. Plant one square. Plant one per square. The roots and flowers are used in teas and tinctures. The flowers are ready to use every year. The roots need 3 or 4 years to develop before harvesting. Ignatia has lots of good medicinal effects, including anti inflammatory, antioxidant, and antiviral properties. One caution: Ignatia can cause an allergic reaction in those that are allergic to ragweed. Feverfew is an easy to grow herb that thrives in everyday soil. In fact, it grows wild in yards and along roadsides, so you may prefer to forage it versus using up garden space. The short leafy plant produces tiny daisy like summer blooms. It likes full sun but will tolerate afternoon shade and needs a pH of around 6.5. This plant does well on the front edges of gardens as it typically only grows between 8 and 12 inches tall. One planting caution with feverfew: it readily reseeds and does not need pollinators. I've heard that bees may be repelled by the smell of feverfew, but mine never were. Feverfew has been traditionally used to treat fevers, go figure, migraines, and rheumatoid arthritis, as well as toothaches. It's anti inflammatory and has been widely studied in the medical literature. Yarrow is a common fieldweed that grows all over the US. There are several cultivars, and you can easily grow it from seed. The plants reseed themselves, so you only have to plant them once. It can become invasive, like mint, so you may choose to plant it in a sunken tub or in the back of the garden. Yarrow likes full sun and soil rich in compost. Direct seed after the last frost since it does not like to be transplanted. Plants grow to 1 to 2 feet tall, so space them about 1 foot apart. White and yellow are the most common colors, but yarrow also comes in shades of red. Two popular cultivars are Coronation Gold and Cerise Queen. Yarrow is also a fabulous pollinator and provides food to many moth and butterfly species. It attracts beneficial insects such as parasitoidal wasps and ladybugs. Yarrow has many health benefits. It has been used traditionally to stop bleeding on scratches and wounds. In fact, one of its nicknames is nosebleed bleed plant. In addition, it has been tested and can help lessen anxiety and reduce tremors. Both yarrow and echinacea make great tinctures. A tincture can be very expensive in the store, so making your own saves a lot. Just take a mason jar and fill it loosely with dried flowers, about 2/3 of the way to the top. Then pour alcohol over the flowers. Use good alcohol that is 40% or 80 proof. I typically use vodka. You want the alcohol to cover the flowers. Place it in a cool, dark place. You want to cover the jar. Then place it in a cool, dark place to sit for about a month. Try to remember to give it a little movement about once a week. To do this, just rock the jar back and forth a couple of times. Chamomile is the twin sister of feverfew. They are both in the aster family and look very similar. Chamomile tastes better and has an apple like flavor, whereas feverfew is more bitter. Chamomile is primarily a sleep aid and treatment for anxiety. There are two types. German is an annual plant, although it readily recedes. Roman chamomile is a perennial. Both need full sun and nutrient rich soil. Chamomile makes a wonderful tea and is used for sleeplessness, anxiety, and gastrointestinal conditions such as upset stomach, gas, and diarrhea. Harvest the flowers when they are fully open. You can dry them or use them fresh. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to help us grow and reach more people. Let me know in the comments if you grow and use medicinal herbs. Check out more of my gardening videos. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a sunny day.